on this episode of Pawn Stars.
I have a $20 bill from the D.B. Cooper hijacking. It's the only unsolved hijacking in world history. He jumped out of a 727 with $200,000.
This is one of the holy grails. Of all my years of doing this, I've never seen anything like this in the shop, ever.
What I have here is an 1836 foot soldier's sword.
To have something from the 1830s, U.S. military is really cool, but I don't know if someone put that 1836 there.
I have two paintings by Tony Curtis.
Back in the 50s and 60s, Tony Curtis was a big-time Hollywood actor. He made fine films, but I don't know about his fine art here. I don't see them as really attractive paintings.
Hey.
I'm Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop. I work here with my old man and my son, Big Hoss. Everything in here has a story and a price. One thing I've learned after 21 years, you never know what is going to come through that door.
Hey, how can I help you?
Check this out.
You have a piece of a $20 bill.
It is a piece of a $20 bill from the D.B. Cooper hijacking. He jumped out of a 727 in November of 1971 with $200,000.
This is cool. The only hijacking never solved. This is one of the holy grails.
I came to the pawn shop today to try to sell my $20 note from the D.B. Cooper hijacking. I've had the note for a while, and I could really use the money. I'm hoping to get $2,000 for it today, and the least I would take is probably about $1,800.
Do you know a lot about D.B. Cooper?
I do.
Do you think he's still alive?
I do not.
Okay. I don't think he's alive either. It was 1971. There was a plane flight. He gave the stewardess a note saying he had a bomb. He demanded a parachute and $200,000 in cash. They landed, gave him what he wanted, took back off, and he jumped out.
Exactly.
But he also jumped out in the middle of a storm at 10,000 feet where the wind chill was like 70 degrees below zero.
It's the only unsolved hijacking in world history. No trace of D.B. Cooper's ever been found, and he could be sitting on a beach someplace.
They don't even know his real name because back then you didn't need to show a driver's license when you bought an airline ticket.
Nobody knows exactly what happened. It'll go down in history for hundreds of years.
This is one of the craziest unsolved mysteries ever. This guy is a legend, and despite a serious investigation by the FBI that's still going on, he's never been identified or located. So how did they actually determine that this was part of the money from D.B. Cooper?
Well, they had the serial numbers from all of the money, and even though this bill doesn't have a serial number on it, it was found with the bills that did have the serial number on it. The initials that are on this bill are actually the FBI agent who was cataloging all the pieces of the bills. And I've got a certificate of authenticity.
All right, and PCGS is more or less the gold standard when it comes to this stuff, so it's all legit. How much do you want?
I really want $2,000. Some of the larger fragments go for way more money than that.
But there's also the possibility that they find the other $194,000, and the price of this will go to nothing. I'm thinking like $1,000.
No, I really got to get more than that. I was thinking that $1,800 was going to be my lowest.
God, it's just a weird market. This is one of those things you just can't look up in a book. How about $1,500?
It is a really rare thing. I really got to have $1,700.
Rick, go ahead and split it at $1,600.
$1,600's a little low.
No, it's not. That's what we can pay.